Okay, I have a few notes about some of the dreams that I had last night. It was rather unusual that I could remember it that clearly, but it has something to do with the father of Shiloh Dorkal. Apparently, the dream was about a family who was very wealthy and who was very busy, but they are a good family who has good principles, mainly Catholic in tradition and background, and they're trying to do the best thing they can do with their time and with their money. And so they're very busy and they're very successful. And yet, from my understanding and from my viewpoint, I can see that they're bogged down by the wealth that they have, and they didn't know how to deal with it. And so the story of the dream was that they are trying to do the best they can and to invest their money in a real estate endeavor. In fact, they're trying to maintain it while they're trying to also maintain their entertainment business. And my function in this dream was to observe. And I'm also finding out that there are some things that they need which they may not know and which I could offer. And in particular, that I could help them manage their real estate property. So that was essentially the gist of the dream. And some of the pictures that I could see was that they had a house that was somewhere in Santa Monica, down in a very nice neighborhood. Although this family, the Dorkel family, came from the Philippines as Spanish with Spanish tradition. And if you follow the history of this family, the father of Shiloh Dorkel actually went to Spain during World War II, and he actually finished his studies there and essentially is living there now, although his background was from the Philippines. And anyway, they had this property in a very expensive neighborhood, something like Santa Monica or somewhere in some kind of an environment like that, California environment. And they own these properties over there, and somehow they need to maintain it, which included building some kind of a wire, a very thick metal wire. It has to go through a certain neighborhood in order for certain laws to be observed that they have to keep. And also, while this wire was built, they want to make sure that this is maintained and properly uh, managed. And there's also a scene in there where they were uh, flying a kite, and it was in a feather. The kite is not really for entertainment, but it's for business. Somehow, I think it's like a scarecrow, and they're trying to scare certain types of birds. And so this I observed, and I could see that they're very busy. And uh, I could also give them some advice that essentially in the end, I ended up with dealing with either Shiley Dorkal or the wife of, or the mother of Shiloh Dorkal. But essentially, I think the figure of that woman was Shiloh Dorkal. She was a very nice lady, and essentially, uh, the scene was somewhat a strange scene that she in the end wanted to eat somewhere, and I was going to go with them, but she felt like she wanted to go on her own. And somehow I was like their counselor or their advisor or maybe an employee, and I didn't want to impose myself to go and eat with them. So she decided that she was going to call me when she was ready to go home. So she went somewhere and I went to another place. So essentially, it was like a separation, and I woke up uh, in the middle of the story, not knowing where she is and whether or not she's gonna call me back. So whatever that is, there might be some figurative symbolism there that I want us to figure out, but who knows what that meant. So that's how it ended.